Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we are talking the greatest skincare products ever. Now, I know that's a bold claim, but one of the questions I always seem to get asked on the channel is, if I was on a desert island, what's like the one skincare product I would take? Well, that's hard to answer because I'm never likely to find myself on a deserted island, and I'd pack well if I was gonna. So I thought I'd do my version of answering that question and share with you 10 of what I think are the greatest skincare products that have most impacted my own journey over the past 5 or 6 years. Sit back, relax, and let's talk the world's greatest skincare. Now, of course, these are my thoughts, feelings, and opinions, and I'm sure you guys will have your own. So let me know. Pause the video now and let me know down in the comment section below. What's that one skincare product that you look back on over all the many years that's just delivered for you? Never let you down is like your true holy grail. These are just my 10, but of course there's so many other options out there. I've listed all the products I mentioned in today's video down in the description box below. So if you didn't quite catch the name, you want to make a purchase, check the price, all there for your convenience. If you enjoy this style of content where we sit back as friends chit-chatting about skincare in a more casual way, then let me know. I'm going to try and do this with minimum jump cuts and editing, so it's just a lot more free-flowing. If you like that style of content, let me know by giving the video a big thumbs up and a like. Anyway, let's get all of that waffle out of the way and just delve straight on in. So starting off strong with a product that doesn't even exist anymore. Now, some people might say this is cheating. If the product no longer exists, should it really be in a video? Well, I'll leave you to discuss that in the comments, but I think one of my favorite skincare products of all time has to be the Hylamide Sub-Q Skin. For those of you that are with me on the channel from the very, very early days, you'll know I absolutely love this product. It was my ultimate favorite. I never skipped it in my skincare routines and it just delivered. It was a peptide blend which gave you that instant plumping, hydrating, long-term some great smoothing out the skin, minimizing fine lines and wrinkles, and it was super affordable. It was everything we were looking for in a serum. And then Hylamide discontinued it. In fact, the whole line was discontinued and it's not been seen since. I think this is still a product that I think of at least once a week. I have a flashback and think, oh, I really wish that product still existed. So the Hylamide Sub-Q Skin is on this list. It's not available anymore, but I love it. I did try and recreate this product in my own skincare line, and I came up with this. This is the Mad About Skin Copper Peptide Serum. It's not exactly the same, but it has a similar base profile in terms of peptides. It's got some extra added anti-aging ingredients, and I think this gives the same plumping, skin boosting, smoothing effect as the Hylamide Sub-Q Skin. It's actually slightly cheaper too, which for me is win-win-win, ding, ding, ding. It's not exactly the same, but as soon as they discontinued it, I wanted to kind of recreate it in my own version, which I like to think has some elevated anti-aging experience. So if you weren't around for the original Sub-Q and you want to try something that's similar, again, this is linked in the description box below, and I've included a cheeky little discount code. So if you do want to try it out, you can do so by saving some of your hard-earned coin. I don't think there will ever be a product on Skincare Planet Earth that I loved as much as that Sub-Q Skin. So let me know down in the comments if you were part of the original Sub-Q crew. Do you still miss that product as much as me? Sound off in the comments so that I know I'm not alone. Now, up next is a cleansing balm, and I can always tell that I really love a product if I have multiples of them. I'm not particularly organised as a person, so I often run out of product and then have to, wait while it's delivered and things like that. If I really love a product, I have multiples, so that never happens, and that's definitely the case with this. This is the Geek and Gorgeous Mighty Melt Balm. Love this. This lasts for an eternity. You get a vat of product here, and it's super inexpensive. I just bought another one to replace this one, which is half done, and I think I paid about £14 for it. Inexpensive, high quality, beautifully rich cleansing balm. This will melt away all the makeup, SPF, dirt, debris, gone in one, and you don't need to break the bank. I see people using these really bougie, cleansing balms that cost $100. You don't need to. I mean, if you like that, keep doing you. But if you want to do it on a budget, I think this is genuinely the best affordable cleansing balm you will ever find. And the best thing about it, when you rinse it off with lukewarm water, it doesn't leave a thick film. There's some cleansing balms that almost glaze the eyes over and they feel really film-like. Not this. So good. So yes, this is the one I'm going at the moment. I've still got one in reserve for when it's done, and this is my absolute go-to cleansing balm. Like I say, if you haven't tried it, do so. It's phenomenal. Another product that I have multiples of, again, so I don't run out, is this. Now, most of the products I'm talking about today, you've probably heard me mention on the channel before, because I always like to fangirl about my favourites, and I do tend to use the same products on repeat because they just work for me. But one product that maybe I haven't given enough love to is this. This is the Demagogic Daily Microfoliant, and the reason I haven't mentioned it as much is I use this for body care rather than traditional skincare, and so sometimes it kind of gets missed. Again, this one's on the go, probably about half full, and I've got a full one here as a replacement. I didn't used to like this product until I realised I was actually using it wrong. What this is an enzymatic exfoliant and cleanser, and I use it on the tops of my arms, on the thighs, where I get a little bit of that bobbling. You know, the chicken skin, and I hate that term because, as you see, the channel mascot here is a chicken, so we should be deriding chicken skin, but you know what I mean. Those bumps that we get on the tops of the arms. If you want to help treat those, I think this is one of the best ways of doing it. Before, I used to just slap it on with some water and kind of rub away, and it never really did anything. What you need to do is mix some of this. Let me just show you. Like, put a little in the palm of your hand, add a little water, kind of make it into a loose paste. Put that on the area, let it sit for like 60 seconds. Those enzymes are going to be eating away at all that skin texture, and then you can hop in the shower, rinse it off, and smooth as anything. I was using it wrong, which is why I don't think I was getting the benefit. One of my favourite products, and definitely in the top 10 all time, especially if you want to kind of smooth everything out. Now, a product that's very specific to me and to us oily folk out there. If you have another skin type other than oily, you might want to skip this recommendation. But don't worry, there's some timestamps in the description box to help you do that. But for us oily folk, I feel that we could all benefit from this. This is the SVR Micropeel Sebra Clear Toner. Now, this SVR brand is going viral over on TikTok for their shower gels, their body washes, which everybody is fangirling about because they smell beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and you get like a vat of cleanser for not a whole lot of coin. They're great, but they're not the reason this product is in the list. This is the best product if you have ridiculously oily skin, particularly in summer. If, like me, especially across like the nose here, you were just a grease slick morning through till evening, this is the product you need. It's not glamorous. It's not sexy. In fact, I should have included this in my unsexy skincare product recommendations video, which I'll link up there if you haven't checked that out. It was so fun to film. If you haven't checked it out, linked up there. I should have probably included that in this. But in summer, my glasses slip down my nose. So much oil, I can't keep my glasses on. It's not good. Put a little of this. It's got two different types, a very specific exfoliating acid in here. It's also got some drying alcohol, some niacinamide. You need this if you're super greasy. I just put a little on the nose on a morning, and it is matte all day long. It's a summer hero. I don't usually say using drying alcohol is a good thing in skincare, because for most people it's not. But if you're super oily, sometimes it's the only thing that's actually going to work to control that. So on the nose, I use this throughout summer, and it's absolutely, you can see, there's very little of it left. An absolute holy grail. So if, like me, you're super oily and your glasses are slipping down your face all day long, a little of this across the nose, it'll target those blackheads, eliminate any skin congestion, and keep you matte throughout the day. It's amazing. Now, that product is definitely specific to us oily folk, but what happens if you have dry, sensitive skin, which maybe has an impaired skin barrier too? Well, this is the only product I would recommend, because for me, it's the only one that's actually worked. Lots of products claim to boost the skin barrier, smooth, calm irritation, and get like increased hydration in a meaningful way, and they never do. Except for this. This is the Allies of Skin Molecular Barrier Recovery Cream Balm. And let me tell you, the only product I have ever tried that genuinely, after a couple of applications, repairs the skin barrier function. It will hydrate you to the gods in a long-term way, not just like putting a sticking plaster on it, but actually in long-term hydration, and it's calming, it's soothing. It's got the best blend of ingredients, hydrators, and anti-inflammatory ingredients in here that you could wish for, and it's just a hero. Now, it's not the cheapest product out there, but I don't think that matters because you don't need to use a lot. This is a product where you use it when you need it. If your skin's going through it, maybe, you know, some things trigger a little dryness, sensitivity, irritation, maybe you've overdone it with some actives, Put this on, couple of uses, and your skin is back to tip-top condition. It lasts, it's got a good expiry date on it. One will last me like a year, and so I don't mind investing in this because you definitely get that payoff. I think I've recently bought one. I think it's something in the region of about £80. I've got a discount code which I've listed down in the description box below, which gets you 20% off. So that brings it down to around like the £60 price point, which honestly is worth it every single time. I actually used this last night because I was testing out a new exfoliator. It's actually, you see up here, the Sunday Riley Good Genes, and I used it in the morning, tried it out, and I thought, oh, my skin, this isn't doing it for me. Maybe it was just a little too strong. So I noticed some redness sort of here. Used this all over the face last night, woke up, no issues whatsoever. It's a hero. So if you have impaired barrier function, ridiculously dry skin that you can't get on top of, use this. Also, if you're just starting a retinoid, maybe you're new to retinoids and you're getting that dryness that comes with it, pair this as your moisturizer with your retinoid. It will be so good. A little goes a long way because it's such a thick, creamy balm. Tiny amount goes a long way. The end of your skincare routine and your skin will love you. So that product, like I said, not the cheapest out there. So I want to now move on to a ridiculously affordable recommendation. This is the Geek and Gorgeous C Glow. Now, I will fight anybody that tells me that this isn't the best vitamin C out there. We always talk about vitamin C in a certain form of packaging. You know, people say if your vitamin C isn't in like airtight packaging, it's not worth having. Well, that's because most brands have their vitamin C sitting around gathering dust on a warehouse shelf for months and months and months. And so it needs to be in an airtight packaging. Otherwise, it'll just be oxidizing. You don't need that over-engineered packaging if you just create your product fresh. And that is what Geek and Gorgeous do. So this is a 15% vitamin C with other phenomenal antioxidants alongside it. And they make this fresh every single week. So when it lands on your doorstep, you know it's not been existing for more than like 7 to 10 days. Super fresh. Keep it in the fridge and it'll last you probably like 4 or 5 months without oxidizing. That is where it's at because vitamin C is best when it's fresh. And so this, you just can't beat it. And for me, I think we should all stop focusing down on over-engineered packaging when it comes to vitamin C and just demand freshness. The SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic product there, which is one of the most famous vitamin Cs, that patent has just expired. And so everyone can dupe it and basically deliver the same great results at an affordable price point. This is my favorite dupe for that SkinCeuticals. Every single time, this for me is a holy grail and I would recommend it to everyone. And you know, props to Geek and Gorgeous for having 2 recommendations in this video. They've got this C Glow, they've also got their cleansing balm I mentioned earlier, and I love both of them. So we're into the home stretch, but I've got a couple of other products that are a little bit of unsung heroes. Maybe I don't talk about them enough. So let's talk about these 2 kind of together. This is the Bubble Daydream Serum, and this is the pantothenic acid drying powder from Numbuzzin. So let's do the powder first. This is a little gem. The idea behind this, the brand says you can put a little bit of this powder into your favorite moisturizer. It'll calm, soothe, and mattify things down. It definitely will, but I don't think its uses stop there. What you can also do with this is if you have like your favorite sunscreen that works well for you, but occasionally it might come off a little bit dewy. In certain areas, it might appear a little bit dewier than you want. Just put a little of this on the area, like a pressed powder, and it'll just take away that shine. It'll mattify everything down and it'll keep you matte all day long. It's such a good product. I absolutely love it. You can put a little into your favorite moisturizer to just get some anti-acne, anti-oil benefits. You can really use it in a multitude of ways. I've actually, even with this one, when I went on a run and I thought things were just very, you know, things were getting hot and sweaty, I just put a little of this on. Again, kept everything fresh, just kept everything kind of as it should be. This is just a great powder you can use for everything. It absorbs excess oil. It'll help minimize sweating if you have like me, I have a sweaty forehead in summer. Put a little on there and just keep that in check. It's just a wonderful product. And then finally, if you're someone that gets the odd like a big old blemish like I do, then mix a little of this in with your favorite calming serum. Make quite a thick paste. Stick it on that zit, use it almost like a drying lotion, and it works so much better than any of the other ones on the market. This is amazing. It's small, but it's mighty. And it's one of those products I think everyone should have in their skincare collection because just about any point you will need this, and it will work for you. And that was Numbuzzing. Let's come on to this Bubble Daydream Serum. I've used this so often over the past 3 years, and I do so on a day where I just want quick and easy skincare. If I'm in a rush, as I usually am, I wake up late, I'm running around, and I just want to wash my face in the shower, stick a serum on, put my sunscreen on and go. This is a great serum to do it. In here, you've got vitamin C, you've got niacinamide, you've got tranexamic acid, you've got some hydrators. It's kind of like a one and done for just a good skin day. It plumps, it hydrates, it works well with everything else you want to layer. And so if there's that one product that you kind of just want that does it all, this is a great option. I also think this is a great one for like the teen in your life that's getting into skincare, wants something gentle but effective and also colourful. This is a nice bit of packaging here. This is a really great option. It's not super expensive. Bubble aren't as cheap as they used to be, but they're not super expensive. For that teen in your life that's getting into skincare, this is a really nice, gentle option that kind of just does it all. Yeah. Always one of my favourites. So final two, and I have saved some of my absolute favourites to last. Let's talk about the Ordinary Aloe Serum. This is the Aloe Plus NAG Serum, and I just absolutely love this. I always issue an apology when I talk about this product, because when I first tried it, didn't rave about it. Didn't see the point. Aloe, really? Not that innovative as an ingredient. Did we need more aloe in our lives? Turns out we did. This is one of the best calming and soothing serums that I've used. It's fantastic if you have hyperpigmentation linked to breakouts. If, like me, you have adult acne and breakouts and you want something to prevent them hyperpigmenting, you know, fading quicker and easier than they otherwise would, use this. Morning and evening in your skincare routine. It keeps everything calm. It prevents hyperpigmentation from forming by reducing inflammation, and it hydrates you too. It's just a really nice product. It would work for everyone. If you want a calming and soothing serum in your skincare routine, you can't go wrong with this one. And then finally, this, last but definitely not least, this is the Numbuzzing NAD Bio Lifting or Essence. This is also the second mention from Numbuzzing. They also have 2 mentions like Geek and Gorgeous, so you can probably tell which are my favourite brands right now. This is great. This is probably the newest discovery in this list, in that I started using it maybe 6 months ago, and I've never skipped an application. I did a whole separate video on it, which I'll find and I'll link up there. If you want plumping, if you want like instant glass skin and a genuine like lift, you put this on the skin and it looks invigorated and lifted. This is just a really, really nice product. One of my favourites. I also give them extra points because they have like a little cutout down the side so you can see how much product is left. I want to normalise that. Brands should be doing this so you can see how much product you've got left so you can reorder before it runs out. So they get an extra point for that. And I just really like it. They say it's time reversing. I genuinely think if you apply this, it'll take 5 years off in a flash and you'll just feel your skin best. Yeah, new-ish discovery, but one that I absolutely love. And I know from the comments that you guys have left, this is also one that you guys seem to be enjoying. So there we have it, guys. A rundown of like what I'm going to call the greatest skincare products of all time. My desert island favourites and my interpretation of answering that question at least. So I should have said at the start of this video, Happy Easter. To anybody out there that is celebrating, Happy Easter. Hopefully you have a wonderful time with your friends, family, or whatever you happen to be doing for celebrating. If you've made it this far and you're in an Easter mood, let me know by reaching down into the comments and leaving an Easter-themed emoji. Whatever Easter-themed emoji you happen to see, leave it down in the comments section below, because I'd love to see who's actually made it this far through the waffle, the recommendations and everything, to be part of the bitter end crew. So yes, a very happy Easter if you're celebrating. If you're not, I'm just going to wish you a very happy Sunday. Hopefully you have a wonderful start to the week and send you all so much love. Take care, guys. Bye.